going on, everybody? What's up? Welcome to Not Your Typical Show. This is your host, Vincent Bird, coming at you with another show this week. What's going on, everybody?
Like you do. Ooh, it's like you do it for a living. Do a little spin, do it again. See, look like you're playing for the win. Oh, baby. I'm trying to roll, I'm trying to ride. I'm trying to float, I'm trying to glide. Oh, no, don't be shy. Just take my hand and hold on tight. Oh, skate to me, baby. Skate, slide your way on over. Slide your way on over. Oh, skate to me, baby. Skate. I wanna get to know ya. I wanna get to know ya. I never fall, but tonight you got me falling for you. And only you. I'm reaching out in hopes that you'll reach for me.
What's up, everybody? This is your host, Vincent Bird. The show about to start in a few minutes. Welcome to This Is Not Your Typical Show. What's going on, y'all?
Girl, you got me singing. Oh, skate to me, baby. Skate. Come on, slide your way on over. Slide your way on over. Oh, skate to me, baby. Skate. I wanna get to know you. I wanna get to know you. Skate to me, my baby. Just slide your way on over. Slide your way on over. Oh, skate to me, my baby. I wanna get to know ya. I wanna get to know
What's up,
ya.
y'all?
Checking 1, 2. I hitched the train, came here St. Paul. Had no idea, had to sleep in a big stall. Once I got home, that breath that covered me, nothing like that disappointment you would never see. Same page, but different.
What's going on, y'all? I do not own the rights to none of this music, so please check all your DSPs. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? This is your host, Vincent Bird, and welcome to This Not Your Typical Show. What's up, y'all? Today's standards between men and women. Double standards between men and women. That's the topic for today's show. And we're going to hit some more other topics too, some more trending topics that's out there. But today's show is about double standards between men and women. So what are the double standards out there between men and women? I mean, you got a lot of things going on in society and a lot of unpredictable things too. And depending on your gender, which is absolutely makes no sense to me, the double standards between men and women are too many, in my opinion. So here are a few, you know, double standards that I seen or that's in out there that I've heard in conversations and groups that we don't talk about tonight. But why do double standards exist? That's another question we need to ask. I mean, what's the difference between men and women, and what is such thing as a double standard? Like, why do they exist? Why do we have them in today's society? So, what's the difference between men and women and the double standards, and why do they exist? Okay, people. All right, here we go. One big double standard is that the woman in the household has to be the domesticated one. She has to be the one who cooks, cleans, who washes dishes, who does all the domesticated duties. So why is it that when it comes to baking and cooking, that a woman must, attain those duties, and when it comes to a man, that he's a professional cook? No, that's a stereotype. I mean, I think it's a stereotype because most chefs are men, which is absurd. I mean, and the job between men and women in today's society needs to be equally shared. So it should be an equal amount of women chefs, should be an equal amount of men chefs. But we need to stomp the stereotype that baking and cooking and domestic duties lie within the within the woman. It should be a task that's handled equally between both partners. So we got a comment coming in from Miss Bird. She says, "Who says that?" Well, society says that. A lot of people and a lot of cultures believe that women should just stay in the kitchen, and women should just stick to the domestic duties of the house. And that's not true. That's not true. So it should be a task that's equally shared and a task that's equally in common. So both duties that both partners hold should be shared. Here go another one, y'all. Why is it when you making a movie and the ugly guy is hired as the actor, and then they need an ugly girl to be his the co-actress, why can't then you see the gorgeous actor or actress paired with the gorgeous, actress? Why do we have to lower ourselves to looks, and why do it have to be put on beauty? Why can't it just be equal across the board? Those are those are a lot of double standards. You don't see the ugly duckling with the prince at the beginning of the movie. You know, the ugly duckling turns into a prince and he gets the princess about halfway through the movie. So those double standards and those stereotypes are put out there that are put out there in the beginning that a lot of people subscribe to. Just like kids. Why do when little girls they go shopping, they always got to get the domestic toys? Why are we teaching them how to cook and clean, and what are we teaching the boys? Why are both domestic duties are not taught equally? You should teach the boys how to cook clean. You should teach the girls how to cook clean too. Why is it that stereotype of when you go shopping, all the girl toys are the vacuum cleaner, the groceries, the the iron board? You know, those are stereotypes and double standards that are set up way at the beginning of our adolescence of the child, and that we carry over and we teach them instead of sharing them the thoughts and telling them that these duties do not strictly stay with the woman of the house or the man. It can be both shared in both parties at any age. It doesn't have to be you know, at the beginning age. At any age, you can cook, clean, take care of yourself. And it doesn't have to be a woman that sets the domestic duties. You know, Why is it that men are frowned upon when they share their feelings and when they cry, but when a woman cries is normal? We should normalize sharing emotion and sharing feelings. I mean, men have feelings too, and when a man breaks down and cry or he shows his emotions or shows his feelings, he gets that automatically you need to man up. Stop crying. I talked about that on my last episode. So men cannot express their feelings in a open area because men get judged. But when women cry, it's normal. It's normal for women to cry. I think that's a double standard too. I think it shouldn't be normal for women to cry, and it should be normal that when a man breaks down and he shows his emotions and shows his feelings, he get criticized for it. He gets put in this box that he's weak, and that shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that because I expressed my feelings and I communicated that I feel this way, and I, you know, felt vulnerable and I broke down and I shared, you know, tears and I shared affection. I shouldn't. It doesn't separate me from being no stronger or no weaker than a man. I'm still a man at the end of the day. I think I'm a better man because I expressed my feelings and I expressed my emotional feelings to you in a way that I couldn't express before. So I shouldn't be criticized or should it be called upon as saying I'm no more lesser than man or more greater than man because I broke down and cried. That's a double standard that we need to, get away with. Here go another one. As a man, I can go to the doctor and get a vasectomy tomorrow if I want to. As a man, any man can do that. But when a woman goes and has like 2 or 3 kids and she's married, most doctors even consider performing, getting a tubes tied. It's a problem with that. A lot of doctors we like. I know when I was in the service, and a lot of people would tell me when they went to go and get these procedures done, a lot of doctors had a lot of questions to ask the females more than they asked the males. If a male wanted to go get a vasectomy, it was pretty easy. He didn't have to go through the rigorous tape. But, if a woman wanted to do it, she had to had all these perimeters, had all these boxes checked. And why? I feel like at the end of the day, it's your body. It's your body, and if you don't feel like or want to have kids, it should be your right. You shouldn't be forced upon, or you shouldn't have to go through these checks and go through these recommendations just to, have a procedure done on your body. It's not fair, and it needs to be, rectified that both men and women have that choice. I mean, just because a woman goes out, she's single, she has no kids, she has her own career, and she's living her life to the fullest. She's living promiscuously. She's dating whoever she want to date. She's enjoying life, and she's expressing her body. She get ridiculed, and she get called names that don't really qualify her to be called because you really don't know that woman. So she get called thought, whole, because we are given a perception of what her lifestyle is. But at the end of the day, if that's her lifestyle, who are us to judge? She has no kids. She has no obligations. Who is us? Let her do her. But if a man does the same thing, if a man is out here in these streets doing the same thing, he's labeled as a player or a pimp. In certain circles, he is bragged upon and he's given, flowers and stuff because that, because he has that lifestyle. He's given a gigolo, and I don't think that's right. It should be fair on both parts of the line. We shouldn't judge anybody just off the look or the perception of what they're doing with their lifestyle. Because at the end of the day, we don't know. Not till you get to know the person and not till you get to know that, you know, this is what they want. You know, a woman that is not looking for kids and looking for a family and put her career first, there's nothing wrong with that. Men do it all the time. Men put their career first, they put their job first, and there's a lot of men out here who don't want families. But if a woman don't want kids, she get frowned upon and she get looked at as she's not, she's bad or she's supposed to have kids. And that's I don't think that's right. If she doesn't want kids and she doesn't want to have a family, that's all right. Let her, let her live her life. Let her be her. Let her do what she want to do. It should be a certain standard, double standard, a standard if you having a family doesn't make you, set. Being married and having a family is not the achievement goal in most people's lives. That's not the block to check. A lot of people don't want to be married this time. And if you look at the divorce rate, the last past couple of years has been going up, especially when COVID, the divorce rate has been going even higher because everybody's been cooped in one spot and been cooped in the house with their partner. So you have to relearn your partner and you have to relearn both of them habits. So if a person is single and they don't want that lifestyle and they just want to focus on them and love themselves, it shouldn't be nothing wrong with that. It should be nothing wrong with that at all. It shouldn't be nothing wrong with her making that choice and that decision, or him making that choice or decision that if she wants to go out and put herself first and put her lifestyle first, it shouldn't be no problems in her doing it. Just like a woman's supposed to, and this goes back into the old school days, around about the 50s and 60s. A woman's supposed to stay inside and she's supposed to clean and she's supposed to bake and cook, and a man's supposed to mow the yard and cut the grass and be manly and be masculine. And in today's society, that's not right. Or I mean, those old ways of thinking, or one, they old, and two, they need to change. Just because individual does not subscribe to those ideologies doesn't make them any weaker or any stronger. Uh, a man shouldn't be tailored to just do. A man shouldn't be just tailored to doing lawn work or doing mechanic work or doing masculine things. Now he should know how to do those things, but it shouldn't describe him or it shouldn't set him to be like, "Hey, I'm a man and I'm supposed to know those things." No, it's you're supposed to have those tools in your toolbox, but it doesn't. It's not your set duty. It's not your set title. We got another comment coming in. It's supposed to be mentally and it's old fashioned. True. It is very old fashioned. It's very old fashioned and it's very culture in some cultures. Some cultures have that ideology that, you know, a woman needs to stay in a woman's place and a man needs to stay in a man's place. A lot of cultures are not open minded and a lot of people are not open minded or free thinking to being that any relationship that you get into is a 50-50 deal. Any relationship that you have is a 50-50 partnership and it's a team effort. So that you have to communicate and tell your partner like, hey, this is my weak points. This is what I flourish in, and this is my strong points. Same on both sides. We got another comment coming in from Mrs. Bird. She said, ain't nobody supposed to do nothing. If you married, build a partnership. If you single, do what makes you happy. I heard that if you single, do what makes you happy. Because at the end of the day, you gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta do what makes you happy. So if being single makes you happy, I mean, be single. If getting your money and getting your coin what makes you happy, hey, more power to you. I support that. But we have to change these ideologies that a man is supposed to know how to build a house. He's supposed to know how to work on a car. I mean, with the rate of single parents these days and the rate of absent fathers being in the household, a lot of these kids are not privileged to have those men in their life to teach them these tools. So I mean, they have to go out and learn it for somewhere else. Now, shouldn't every person know how to change a tire? In my opinion, yes. Every person should know how to change a tire, change your oil. Every person should know how to the difference between a hammer and a nail. Do most people know? Some don't, some do. But it takes you as an individual to teach yourself if you don't know these tricks or trades. You have to educate your own self. No one else is going to educate you. You have to educate your own self that, Hey, I do not know how to change a tire. I better get on YouTube and well these days TikTok too and find out how can I change the tire or find out how can I change the oil in my car. So it's all up on you. You are the individual that needs to educate yourself in that aspect. And it goes for your partner too. If your partner doesn't know how to do something or if they lacking something in the relationship, it's your job to one, help them to get help and support them so they can get the significant training they need and so you can help build the relationship and y'all can learn together. It's better when both parties are learning and building together, then they can build on that. They learn this trick, they learn this trade, and it helps them out where it is not as one person has all the tasks in the household and the other person had all the tasks. If you split up the duties in the household, it helps the relationship and it helps the partnership even more. I mean, you have to one communicate and like I said, and find out what's your weak point. But you have to talk it out and not be ashamed or embarrassed that you don't know something or that you don't know how to do something. There's nothing wrong in not knowing. You have to seek knowledge. Here go another one that I don't like. Single mothers are seen as red flags and are blamed from choosing the deadbeat as their child's father. But single fathers are considered a great catch or prized for stepping up. Oh, that's a big stereotype. That's a big one right there. I think when you involve kids in the picture, it's a very sensitive subject. And it's a very sensitive thing when kids are added to the equation. You have to be careful of those unconscious bias that we have once you start dating. That a female that she has kids, that one, if you're dating a woman that have kids, you already know that what you're getting yourself into. And two, you have to understand that just because that's not a red flag. Just because she have kids, that's not a red flag. Because at the end of the day, you knew what you was getting yourself into, and you know that if you want to pursue this woman, that you know what you have to do. So, but some people don't date women with kids. Some people don't see that as they see it as a red flag, and they're like, no, I'm not going to do this, and because I'm not ready yet, I'm not mature enough yet. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with not being ready or not being mature to step into those shoes because those are some big shoes to fill. But I don't see it as a red flag that just because she have kids, that means you can't date her. You have to get to know the individual first, and you have to slowly get to know the child first. So once you get to know both parties and you are really sincere and your feelings are really sincere about what you want to be in a relationship with the individual, then you can foresee and move forward. But the mamas don't let you know before that. I mean, you you will pick up signs and you will pick up signals before the child gets involved. But here go another one I don't like. When my husband does his own laundry, people look confused and ask why. Ain't nothing wrong with doing your own laundry. I do my own laundry sometimes. Why should a grown man? Why shouldn't a grown man do his own laundry? You know. Yet, when my husband has never been asked before by doing my laundry. I think laundry is a shared task in the house too. There's a lot of domestic tasks in the house that should be shared, and both partners should share both duties and tasks. It's no one set duty or no one set task that one person should do in the house, and it's not fair to your partner if she's doing or he or she's doing one of the other tasks and they're not doing it. So I think like all tasks and all duties should be shared and but before you get into any relationship, you need to be independent. So you should know how to do all these domestic things in a way. You should know how to do your own laundry. You should know how to cook. You should know how to clean. You should know how to do all these things to uphold a basic residence or basic domicile. Because before you met your partner, you was living by yourself. Now, when you hooked up with your partner and y'all took those steps to move in with each other, and now y'all living with each other, and now y'all are seeing each other living habits. Now a lot of people get, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, but now I say complacency steps in. You get complacent because now your clothes are together. Now you're sharing dishes. Now you're sharing things, and you feel like, oh, my partner's gonna get it. I don't need to wash the dishes. Oh, my partner's gonna do the lunch. I don't need to do that. And that's not fair. You should split all domestic tasks and duties down the line, and you should tackle them together as a team. Therefore, it won't overwhelm you or your partner, and both of y'all can communicate together as in, hey, I'm good at washing clothes, so I'll help you out washing the clothes. I'm good at doing this. It's all about communication. If you don't communicate with your partner, the chances are, or the chances are bad because y'all just gonna sit up there and be arguing over who's gonna do the laundry, who's gonna do the clothes, who's gonna do this. And like I said before, those domestic duties and tasks should be shared. They should be shared and should be split because you will want to keep your house clean. You will want to wash the dishes. You want to you want to do these duties. Those are things that you should want to do automatically to keep your house clean and to keep your household in order. So it's it's something that, like I said, y'all should both do together, and y'all should both talk about. Y'all should do as a team. You know, it goes another double standard I don't like. If a girl is 21 and she's a virgin, she's considered pure. If a guy is 21 and he's a virgin, he's considered a loser. Ooh, yeah, that's a big double standard. I think when it comes to virginity and absence, it's the individual's choice, and regardless on what choice that the individual makes, uh, people should respect it. And I know the opinion, public court, and people's opinion carries a lot of weight, but it shouldn't. It's uh, it's their own individual's choice. If they choose to be abstinent and they choose not to, you know, partake in extracurricular activities with one another, it's their individual choice. It shouldn't be a double standard that a woman saves herself for marriage or a man saves himself for marriage. I think we get into the red tape and we get into the weeds when you get people that are 40 and 50 or 40 and they're still saving themselves for marriage. And once they get in a relationship, it's always in the back of your head, if this person a match. Are they a match for me? Or are they the one? Can I wait till I get married? But it should never be a double standard if a person holds out uh for marriage and consider to choose absence over extracurricular activities. It shouldn't be it shouldn't be frowned upon, and that person it shouldn't be looked at as a weirdo. Because, like I say, at the end of the day, it's their body, it's their individual body, their individual choice, and they should choose to do what they want to do with it. All right, that's my last one, y'all. No matter their skills, men are treated like they are the subject matter experts. Yeah, that is true. While women always have to provide the knowledge. Yeah, that's another one too. Men don't know nothing. All men are not the subject matter experts. So if you defer to your partner for something that you don't know, that shouldn't be a weak point. That should be a strong point. You should look at that and hinder that and embrace that hey, I don't know something. My partner knows it, and we're going to flourish in her knowledge, he or she knowledge, and we're going to take it and we're gonna move forward with. And she's gonna share that knowledge with me. And now we both know it. It makes us stronger as a team. So I don't think that just because I don't know something, and well, I don't think that one. At the end of the day, all men don't know. All men don't know everything. Men. When they say men are the subject matter experts, that's not true. I don't think all men are subject matter experts, and I don't think all women are subject matter experts. If it's a certain area that you don't know, just like I'm gonna take myself for example. I don't know how to bake. I'm not the best baker in the world. I'm not gonna front and be up here. I know I can cook 20 pies. I'm gonna defer to my wife because she's the baker in the family and she's the best baker. And it's not that I bestowed that task upon her, it's that because she's good at it. She's way better than me, and I'm gonna you see and seek her knowledge in an area I don't know nothing in. And that's not me knowing everything. It's just me deferring to someone that is smarter than me in the room. And 9 times out of 10, they say women are smarter than men. So I'm not gonna sit up here and burn the house down because I can't cook or I can't bake. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna defer to, I'm gonna defer to the person who can. And that's my lovely wife. Mr. Mike Grady, what's going on, bro? So y'all, those are some double standards I went over. A couple of standards that are out there between men and women that I think that well, one that needs to be changed, and two, I think the standards that we have are from culture standards and just I say there's childhood standards that are growing up that we are upon us and that we need to change. I think if you communicate with your partner, sit down and have those tough discussions and share those tasks and share things, and you would know that hey, both parties are both parties are smart and both parties can come together as a team. So y'all, that's my show. I want to shout out Mr. Mike Grady for stopping by. I want to shout all my first time listeners, all my last time listeners. I want to give a nice shout out to first time subscribers, last time subscribers. Please like the YouTube page. Please like the Facebook. Please check out my homeboy show is Mr. Mike Grady Show, Heavy Hitters. Check out Mr. Gary Smoot Show, not Smoot Talk. Check his show out. I thank y'all for coming by. And my show is weekly every Friday. So like, subscribe. Mike said, bro, where are you going to start? No, bro, I've been on. No, Mike, I've been on for a minute. But if you want to comment about my topic, you can show ahead and comment. Or you can go ahead and hop on. So like I say, please like, subscribe, and like the YouTube page, like the Facebook. Like I said, this is not your typical show. I'm on weekly every Friday. And let me know what y'all think. Y'all come on by and holler at your boy.
It's been ups and downs like a carousel, yes, it's true. But when it comes, it hurts.
Like I say, I do not own the rights to none of this music. I do not own the rights to none of this music. So please download all music from your DSPs. Please download all music from your DSPs. This is not your typical show. I'm your host, Vincent Bird. Thank y'all for joining me. Have a good night. Be safe. Stay vaxxed up. Stay masked up. Y'all be safe out there.
That's what happens when the love goes cold. And you feel like you're gonna lose your soul. Get up and put your heels on, baby. It hurts, but no, it ain't gonna break me. Oh no, you can't take my crown away. Ooh, you never break my soul. Thought you had me. Thought I would not survive all the lies. But the truth is, it's a blessing in disguise. I'm floating on cloud nine. I moved on with my life. Ooh, I wish I didn't know. All the things you tried not to show. But it's hard to keep a real woman down. We always bounce back, never rebound. Still hold my hand with a smile. That's what happens when the love goes cold. And you feel like you're gonna lose yours.
right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. This is Nacho Took the Show. Check us out next week. I'm your host, Vincent Bird. Y'all be easy now.
In a room full of dimes, you would be $100. If being fine was a crime, girl, they lock your little fine ass up in the tower. The way you move like you do, ooh, it's like you do it for a living. Do a little spin, do it again. See, look like you're playing for the win. Oh,
I
baby.
do not own the rights to any of this music. I do not own the rights to any of this music. There is Silk Sonic. Please go check that out on all DSPs. All right, y'all have a safe out there. Mask up.